I'm heading to Tacoma for a wedding this week. I have not been there for ages. I thought it might be nice to kind of change my pace, spotlight another area of Washington for all of you who are still doing your research phase of moving to Washington, don't know exactly where you want to put down your roots. If you are in this process, make sure that you check out my Moving to Washington series, as this has some really great information about the basics of Washington state. I go over geography, climate, population, etc. In this video, I'm going to cover some of the basics of Tacoma, including population, location, what are the suburbs of Tacoma, features of the city, and also talking about real estate and home prices. I'm also going to compare and contrast it with Vancouver along the way. Thank you for watching. I was raised in Camas. I have been selling homes in Clark County, Washington for coming up on 9 years. I use this channel here as a place to share information about what it's like to live in Southwest Washington and also talk about real estate. I am making a new video every week, so make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell for notifications so that you don't miss a video. If you ever want to chat about your move to this beautiful little part of the world, just give me a call or shoot me a text or an email. I love to chat and I'm very easy to get a hold of. Now back to Tacoma, the Tacoma aroma, as locals fondly refer to it. No, Tacoma doesn't actually smell anymore, I don't think, but it used to. Not even sure why, but driving through Tacoma used to hit you like a sack of potatoes in the nose. The fun nickname stuck for me at least, not sure if it stuck for other people. Tacoma is located in the South Puget Sound, about 30 minutes south of Seattle with no traffic. There is traffic, totally different deal. Don't know how long that would take. It's about 30 minutes north of Olympia, and all of these cities are along the I-5 corridor. I know plenty of people who work in Seattle but live in Tacoma for the lower cost of living. The population of Tacoma is about 220,000 people. Vancouver's population is 192,000 people, so Tacoma is not all that much bigger than Vancouver, but Tacoma falls into the Seattle-Tacoma Bellevue metro area, and that population is around 4 million, and Vancouver is part of the Portland metro area, which has a population of 2.2 million people. So those two populations are very different. Let's talk about cost of living and real estate. The cost of living in Tacoma is 7% higher than the state average and 23% higher than the national average. Compared to the state average, it is 10% more expensive to buy or rent a property in Tacoma. Utilities and food are also 10% higher than the state average. In April of 2023, home prices were down 5% compared to 2022, selling for a median price of $468,000. Homes sell very quickly in Tacoma with an average of only 6 days on market before going pending. So if you want to snag a home in Tacoma, you need to act fast. If you wanted to buy a 4-bedroom single-family home, about 2,000 square feet, it's going to cost you about $500,000 or $600,000. So just keep that in mind. A lot of people think prices are lower than they actually are if they are looking from out of state. Schools. Given the large population, the public school system in Tacoma is pretty big. It's extensive. Quick shout out that Tacoma is home to Stadium High School, which was where certain scenes from 1999's 10 Things I Hate About You was filmed. You probably remember that movie. Maybe. I do. There are 97 elementary schools, 47 middle schools, and 43 high schools. Of those, 158 are private schools and 92 are public schools. Of the public schools, the highest rated elementary schools on greatschools.org are Lowell Elementary with a score of 9 out of 10, then Natchez Trail Elementary, which has a rating of 8 out of 10, and Browns Point Elementary with a score of 8 out of 10. The best middle school is Bryant Middle School, and it only had a score of 6 out of 10. Then Mason and Meeker Middle Schools ranked a 5 out of 10. Surprised that there were not any schools with higher scores for middle school. To deep dive into schools, I would recommend you watch my video on researching schools using the state's OSPI website. As we all know, those great schools rating information, it's not always like the best snapshot, so just do your own research as well. The best high schools are the Science and Math Institute with a score of 7 out of 10, Industrial Design, Engineering, and Art School had a 7, and Fife High School with a 6 out of 10. Tacoma also has a satellite campus of University of Washington. As of winter of 2023, they had 4,600 students enrolled. The most popular undergraduate majors at this campus are computer science and systems, psychology, biomedical science, information technology, and accounting. They also have graduate programs, and the most popular majors in that area are social work, accounting, computer science, and business. So what is Tacoma famous for? Tacoma is famous for the Tacoma Dome. It is a giant indoor arena, performance venue, sportsplex right off of the Interstate 5 in Tacoma. In that last picture I just showed you, you can see Mount Rainier in the background. Mount Rainier is the tallest mountain in Washington and in the Cascade Range. It is located southeast of Tacoma. Tacoma is also famous for the Museum of Glass, which has works by world-famous glass artist Dale Chihuly, including the Chihuly Bridge of Glass. Another common attraction is Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium. It's the only combined zoo and aquarium in the Pacific Northwest. I didn't know that. They have over 9,000 specimens representing 367 animal species. Tacoma is also home to the Tacoma Rainiers, which is a minor league baseball team. I don't know if they're good or not. Sorry about that. If you find a job in Tacoma but don't really want to live in Tacoma, some popular suburbs are Gig Harbor, Federal Way, Sumner, Puyallup, Bonnie Lake, and University Place. So that's all I have for you today on Tacoma. I have not spent much time there, so I am by no means an expert. However, if you want to visit and talk to a realtor about what it's like to live there, do reach out, as my brokerage has agents in Tacoma, so I can hook you up. They would be a great source of information if you want to know more about this town. My phone number and email are in the description below, and you can call anytime.